This week on the premiere of iRacingTV, Gregor Hutu tries to make it 8 in a row as the series visits Road Atlanta. The Oval Boys fight it out as the NASCAR World Championship Series hits the high banks of Michigan for round 9. We'll take a quick peek at the Pro Series as the road drivers try and get a handle on their new car, while the Pro Oval drivers duke it out in Charlotte for round 2. We'll review the NASCAR Class C Series action, and finally, recap the top split of the latest iRacing World Tour event as they simulate the Indy 500. The exciting Road Atlanta plays host to round 8 of the iRacing Drivers World Road Racing Championship, and once again all the drivers find themselves chasing the finish sensation and runaway points leader Gregor Hutu. But even before the start line, melee erupts as Brian Heitkeiter comes down the hill, gets into the back of Canadian David Sawar, and collects Ian Lake, Chris Palmer, and Milos Milikovic. This week also saw the new dominance in qualifying of Team Redline as they took their new 10th anniversary liveried cars and locked out the first 2 rows in qualifying, with Dom Duhan playing odd man out and starting a disappointing 10th. Everything was not all candy and roses for Team Redline, however. Still on lap 1, Redline teammates Cornette and Bastian Barch nearly take each other out when they come together in turn 10B, sending Barch into the kitty litter, where he would rejoin in 26th but fight his way back to finish 7th. The battle for second place between Redline teammates wouldn't end there. On lap 20, Ben Cornette puts his right front wheel off, locks his tires up under braking, and misses the chicane completely. Cutting across the grass, he hands second place to his Aussie teammate Luke McLean. Jump ahead to lap 35, once again in turn 10, where the Team Orion machine of Sean Purdy, in a tight battle with Richard Towler, did the exact same thing as Cornette. Purdy locks his front brakes up, straight lines the chicanes, and the ensuing black flag penalty will hand the Englishman Richard Towler an easy pass to take 5th place. So here are the top 10 results. Once again, it's another perfect day for Gregor Hutu, but a podium sweep for Team Redline. Here's how the top 10 in the championship standings look as we head to Laguna Seca in 2 weeks. Nothing changes in the top 5 with Hutu still leading, but Bastian Barch made some good ground on Richard Towler, and Dion Verger's consistent string of top 10 finishes keeps him a respectable 4th.
Race car is into pit road as we get set for the drop of the green flag here at Michigan International Speedway. Green flag flies, and what a start for Gorlinski.
Yeah, John Gorlinski might have left a little bit early there, but the officials say that looks okay. So Gorlinski's out front, Richard Towler second, and it looks like Lewandowski moves into the 3rd spot.
Oh, Connor McKenzie, big slide in the number 13 machine. Gets it gathered back up. Putty up into the outside wall. Joel Putty hits the outside wall, comes back down into traffic somehow. Gathers it back up, and that could be a pucker moment too.
Yeah, he was able to gather it back up. He jerked it off the wall a little bit there and almost got in trouble going down the front straightaway. As now, it looks like Brad Davies very sideways through corner number 4. He may have had the air taken off that rear spoiler. I believe that's Daniel Pope right behind him, and now makes that pass on him. Pope and Brian Blackford get by, but Brad Davies very sideways through corner number 1 and 2 that time.
Once again, right up on the back bumper of Josh Parker. Parker hard on the hammer as they work through turns 3 and 4. Josh Parker has driven an incredible race. Oh, up into the outside wall was Parker. Josh Parker drifted up into the outside wall, and that'll be the opening that Richard Towler needed. Towler picks up the lead. So Towler takes the win, Parker takes second, Lewandowski and Marian Gorlinski, followed by Wood, Davies, Schoenberg, ALFALLA, Pope.
A brand new season in the iRacing Road Pro Series levels the playing field and brings the brand new Ford Falcon V8 to the table with the season opener and none other than the mighty Sebring. These amazingly accurate cars are one of, if not the most anticipated car yet to roll out and join the incredible stable of cars we already enjoy. The weekly Pro Series events are the stepping stone to qualify for the iRacing Drivers World Championship, so there is a lot at stake to do well in these weekly events. So here are the top 10 in the standings after week 1. Klaus Kivakis in a 3-way tie at the top of the points with Jesse Neineman and Italian phenom Max Dolorco, who's racked up 217 wins and 264 poles, and this just his first year at iRacing. But week 2 takes them to the fast sweepers and hills of Road Atlanta, where practically nothing they learned at Sebring applies. and even a small mistake will cost you big time. And as we can see here, there's an amazing fight for the win right up until the last turn of the last lap between David Williams and Alex Aloma. But in the end, the week's points look like this, with Williams taking the top spot, Del Orco sliding down the 4th, and Kvekas in 7th. That finish shuffles the top 10 in the points chase and launches Jeffrey Riedfeld ahead of Del Orco for the top spot in the championship, but brings William and Aloma onto the front page. Be sure to look for Chris Hall's weekly updates and recaps on the iRacing Pro Series action at InRacingNews.com. I'm Tom Beatty for iRacingTV.
Round 2 of the NASCAR iRacing.com Pro Series took the racers to Charlotte Motor Speedway for some high-speed, close-quarters action. The week consisted of several races taking place at various times. Here's some of the action. Tyler Hudson looked impressive during the week as he provides us with some in-car footage. Here we see a great battle between Mitchell Hunt on the high side and Josh Parker on the low side. Hunt would leave just enough room for the Spy Optics Chevrolet to take the top spot. The standings show how competitive the series is. Ray Alfalla and Josh Berry are locked for second behind leader Jamison Spies for the week. Overall, Brad Davies is in control of a stout field after 2 weeks. The Class C racers took their Chevy Silverados to Michigan International Speedway for the 3rd round of competition. The big D-shaped oval in Brooklyn, Michigan offered up plenty of racing room, drafting, and speed for the racers. Dylan Slepian has to decide which lane to choose here on the wide front stretch. He opts for the high side as Michael Main takes the top spot on the low line. Here we see the side-by-side action that has become common at Michigan, and the Class C racers got plenty of it all week long. Joey Brown took top honors in week number 3 over some big names at Michigan. Round 4 took the fields to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Brian Schoenberg here in the number 1 machine shows some muscle and taking the lead with his JDR graphics truck. Fast Track Imaging racer Joey Brown refused to give up, however, as the duo makes contact battling for the lead. Brown would eventually find his way past Parker Kligerman to take the lead in this particular race. The weekly standings went to Jesse Atchison, followed by Tyler Hudson and Fast Track Imaging Kingpin DJ Lyon. Atchison expanded his overall lead over Joey Brown to 71 points. Lyon, Hudson, and Allen topped off the top 5. On Saturday, May 29th, 33 of the fastest drivers in iRacing took to the track for 500 miles on the world's most famous oval. The iRacing.com Indy 500 was underway. We ride with Thomas Lewandowski as Justin Dalsant gets way loose on the opening laps. It would be an eventful day for Dalsant. He would be able to get back into line. However, he would lose several positions on the backstretch. Lap 35, and we ride with all-around racing ace Ray Alfalla as Dalsant makes a move to the inside on the front stretch to take over the top spot. Dalsant would lead the majority of the afternoon. Dalsant leads with 20 laps to go. However, he was in need of a pit stop, handing the lead over to Tim Doyle. Dalsant would work down pit road as Doyle would scream into the lead. Tim Doyle would make a shorter pit stop and come out with the top spot. 3 laps to go, and Dalsant tracks down the 19 of Doyle. Dalsant and Doyle battled for the lead, with Dalsant taking the top spot on the high side as they worked their way into turn number 1. Dalsant would go on to win the race, followed by Tim Doyle, Ray ALFALLA, Matt Switzer, who started in 33rd place, Alexia Loma, John Gorlinski, Matt Sentel, John Prather, Ryan Murray, and Calvin Combs.
Next time on iRacingTV, the Road Racing World Series heads to Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Richard TOWLER continues his run at a championship when the Oval Series takes it to New Hampshire. The Pro Series racers duke it out in Laguna Seca while their country cousins head for Michigan. We examine the newest thing in iRacing competition, mixed class racing, and we'll wrap up the Grand Prix Masters event that put 20 sim racers against 2 real racers around famous Motorsport Speedway, where the results may just surprise you. For the entire iRacingTV team, see you next time on iRacingTV.